For example, this is probably the first rebuttal of the whole trap phenomenon. Trap meaning male to female transsexual. And it's the first. And of course the first rebuttal towards it will be so perfectly childlike. Now I'm not one to believe in the inherent wisdom of children, but children are a little more visceral, I think. And we should take that. We should learn from that, I think. Anyway, this post is dated 2010. It's either October 6, 2010 or June 10th, 2010, depending on where the screenshot originated. Anyway, it says, "Hey V, I'm a trap. Want to hear the story about how I became a trap? I myself find it quite interesting." The first reply says, "Let me guess. You couldn't find a girlfriend and were scared of growing up and becoming a man in society. God forbid you have to work hard. You also wanted the dream girl so bad that you became her, and now you wear her like a corpse, a puppet, and your entire life is lived wearing a mask that you dangle about in the faces of others. Your only redeeming features are entirely sexual. You're a living, walking, artificial whore with a tiny shrunken cock and a damaged chimera's body stuck between man and woman that will slowly fall apart as you reach the end of your 30s. I wish I could say something that eloquent and devastating. I need to print out that picture, buy a nice frame from it from like Hobby Lobby or something, and put it on my wall. Now, I'm going to read that again. And now you wear her like a corpse, a puppet, and your entire life is lived wearing a mask that you dangle about in the faces of others. Your only redeeming features are entirely sexual. You're a living, walking, artificial whore with a tiny shrunken cock and a damaged chimera's body stuck between man and woman that will slowly fall apart as you reach the end of your 30s. I believe somebody offered an alternative, another alternative for the term fluoride stare. And that alternative term is, what is it? The thousand cock stare. That's it. That's the life of a trap. That is like the best you could hope for. You hope you make a lot of money selling your anus to creepy businessmen. And hope that you can live with the psychological trauma resulting from that. In the end, you're diseased, you're done for, you're screwed. There's no other way to say it. It provides society no benefit. The people who want to become I was born in the wrong body. You're guessing. And you're only thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about the damage you do to others. Your family, your friends, yourself. You think it's going to be great for yourself. Your motives are selfish. But in the long run, it's the worst thing you could do to yourself. And this is what society, the societal orthodoxy, considers beyond reproach. It's sick. So we'll go back to the other comments that were left for me, or for the people calling this freak out as it should be. Slow Day looking for actual degenerates? What is an actual degenerate? Somebody who, what is your definition of a degenerate if a person that chops its dick off isn't? If some guy chops his dick off, that's not taking him from a good place to a lower place. In other words, the literal definition of degenerate. That one post that I included in Tumblrista's episode 52. It's not degenerate to act like a girl. But is deception not that? We think that lying is a pretty bad thing, don't we? And that's what you're doing. You're lying with your body. You're lying to yourself. Your brain is lying to you. You're lying to your brain, however it works. So we'll continue with this comment. Slow Day looking for actual degenerates. I mean, if you were this desperate, I could have sent pics of this guy down the street who's got interracial parents, or shown you this mildly deaf kid's blog. This is unbelievable that you'd compare transsexualism to mixed blood and deafness. Deafness is not self-inflicted. Most people would choose to have hearing. Being of mixed heritage, that's also not self-inflicted. That's something that is inherent. If two people procreate, two people from two different races procreate. In other words, this person, whoever the fuck this person is, they're equating a very self-destructive behavior to deafness, to being mixed race. Now you might say, "Ooh, mixed race." You're going to start signaling. I know what you think about race. I know. You don't need to let everybody know. As I've said before, mixed people are more prone to having identity issues. But that wasn't their choice. They didn't choose to be born mixed. And you can argue, well, they didn't choose to be born trans. Yeah, they did. Maybe losing their dream girl wasn't their choice. But they chose how to react to it. You see, it's not entirely what happens to you, it's how you deal with it. Do you deal with it with dignity and grace? Or do you deal with it like a petulant child, kicking and screaming? Like the neotenous piece of trash you are. Many of you might disagree with this, but I believe that depression is more than 50% choice. You can choose to make it better, or you can choose to make it worse. You can choose to make bad decisions while you're feeling lower than usual. Don't get me wrong, everybody goes through highs and lows due to what's going on in their brain. There might not be a good rhyme or reason for it, but it happens. The trick is to not exacerbate it. Becoming a whore with a shrunken cock, neither male or female, that's a bad choice. That's how you can make it worse.